time now for team predictions. Kurt hits me in the face, and the linebacker coming through the B gap. AFC No Doubter is where we start. Who in the AFC? Now, we kind of hashed this out last week of trying to pick these categories, so you should be fresh on this. But who in the AFC is a No Doubter playoff team? And I think, Dibbs, you already made your pick on that.
No, I didn't make my pick. Baltimore Ravens are my pick.
Really?
No Doubter, yeah.
Tough neighborhood that the Ravens live in, sir. Tough neighborhood.
Again, as long as Lamar Jackson stays healthy, they're going to the playoffs. This is just the playoffs, not
just
winning the division,
playoffs.
Right?
Just the playoffs.
Yeah.
Dibbs is going Ravens. Kurt is feverishly researching. You think you're ready for this one? Are you ready for this one, Kurt? Go ahead, lay it on me.
The Chief.
The Chiefs.
I'm going to go out on a limb there. Way out there on that limb.
See, I always like to look at the neighborhoods, and I think the easiest neighborhood will be the one that the Houston Texans live in. I'm not afraid of my Coltsies at all this year. I think they may have a good defense. Still, verdict is way out on Anthony Richardson. Jacksonville, I think, is the biggest contender. I'm not expecting much from Tennessee. I'm not expecting much at all. Will Levis and that mayonnaise cologne, he can keep it. My team, no doubter, the Houston Texans will be a playoff team this year. Will be a playoff team. NFC, no doubter. Ooh, Dibbs, you going with your boys? You going to put the hex on them already before the season starts? Who is the no doubter going to be in the playoffs for the NFC?
No, I'm not going to jinx the Cowboys, but I am going to put this on the 49ers.
Ooh!
I'm going to say San Francisco out west.
49ers, Brock Purdy and dem boys. Kurt, no doubter in the NFC.
Detroit.
You are high on Detroit
Motor City
this year.
Madman.
Would you have Goff as your MVP, right?
Yeah, I did. I'm big on Campbell.
I love Dan Campbell, man.
I want him to get his lion.
I want him to get his lion. Did you guys
give the man his lion?
Did you see? I think it was last year's Hard Knocks. Maybe it may have been before the preseason started in their camp this summer. But when he's telling the guys that like we're gonna hit. And, like, he's almost crying. Like, listen, I think about you guys every day, all night. And if I was going to put you in jeopardy, I wouldn't do it, man. But I just know this is what's going to get us better, okay? This is what I believe. And it's like, gosh, man, I'm with you, dude. Let's kill each other and see if it works out. I love him, man. I think he's the best coach we got. I'm not talking NFL. I'm not talking football. I'm talking all things.
All things.
It goes Geno, Hurley, Dan Campbell.
Wow.
That's like Elvis Jesus and John Wayne.
I'm with Dibbs. I got the 49ers.
Okay. All right.
They got D. They got weapons. They got everything.
Yes, they do.
And you can give up Ayuk. I mean, you got to have too many riches.
Right. They are an abundance of riches. Yep. I love their coach. I love their general manager. I think even if they run into some kind of injury trouble in week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, John Lynch is going to find a way. He's going to make a move, and he's going to keep that team competitive. I don't think their window's closing. I think it's staying wide open, especially with Dibbs' fantasy pick there, Christian McCaffrey running the football. 49ers, 2 out of 3 think they're going to be a no-doubter NFC team. This one might be the hardest one of the predictions. A new playoff team. What team was not in the playoffs last year that will be in the playoffs this year? I'll run down 2023 for everybody. AFC had the Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, Texans. Those were your division winners. Your wild card was Browns, Dolphins, Steelers. NFC was 49ers, Cowboys, Lions, Bucks. Those were your division winners. Wild card was Philly. That's the Eagles, Rams, Packers. Who was not on that list that is going to be on that list this year? Dibbs?
Cincinnati Bengals.
It's a great pick.
Cincinnati Bengals.
That's a great pick. Listen, Ravens are in that neighborhood too. Yep. That is going to be another
there's going to be a tough
neighborhood. Tough
Cleveland and Pittsburgh both made the playoffs last year. Bengals have to leapfrog somebody.
Kurt?
I'm going to take a flyer with good old Kirk. And I'll go ATL.
Wow. I like that neighborhood that you're selecting, though. It's going to be tough for Baker and them boys to run it back for the Bucks. Saints?
Aints.
I'm telling you right now, the Panthers, I don't know what rhymes with no or anthers or stanthers or manthers. Put it in your vocabulary. It comes out losers. All right?
Yes.
They're going to be trash. Atlanta for Kurt. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
My goodness.
I think they're going to give the Chiefs a run for their money. I'm not really afraid of Harbaugh yet. I think he will get it together, and the Chargers will be a playoff team after this year. Raiders, I don't know, man. I'm a Gardner Minshew fan, but I don't know, man. I love Zamir White, too, but I don't know. I'll think the Broncos, Bo Nix, and Sean Payton. I know I was high on this yesterday because I do think Bo Nix will be Rookie of the Year. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos. Their defense is a lot better than people think.
Isn't Marvin Mims supposed to be pretty good?
He's very good.
Okay, so, I mean, at
Very
least
good.
Bo's got somebody to throw to. I think Sean Payton's an excellent coach, so I think he's going to be fine.
I agree. All right.
pick.
Opposite of that question, which one of those 14 teams I rattled off there a second ago is not going to be in the playoffs this year, Dibs?
Cleveland.
Wow.
They don't rock this year.
They do not rock. Well, Deshaun's got to do something because that team is so strapped behind that guaranteed cash they gave him a couple of years ago.
Yep.
If he does not perform and they don't make it this year, they're not going to make it for the next 5 years because of that deal.
I mean, I don't go by preseason, but they've been awful in preseason, and it just...
They have a hell of a D. Now,
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is already banged up. He's going to start on the PUP list and probably won't come into play until week 4 or 5. But Jerome Ford's the backup. He did really well. Myles Garrett, to me, is just a game wrecker. Like, that dude can totally ruin your life.
Well, you got Amari Cooper is getting older. Jerry Jeudy is getting older.
Jerry Judy's never been good.
I know. I don't know how much they're going to help Deshaun Watson, so he better have his legs healthy the whole season.
Kurt, who is not going to make the playoffs this year?
So I started toying around with the idea. I had Sirianni as a possibility of getting fired yesterday.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Ooh, so you're
I think
staying in
I-
Pennsylvania, but you're
And I
going to the
think
other thing.
Tomlin has a losing record this year.
Wow, that is something no one bets against, except if your name's Kurt Kaplan. Wow.
Well, but
I know, no fear.
If anybody can screw up a free lunch, it's Russell Wilson.
I hope we're all right on this. We all have the chance to be right on this. All right, Dibs, you are taking the Browns.
Yep.
Kurt is taking the Steelers. I'm going to go to the other side of the bracket in the NFC, and I will take the Los Angeles Rams. I do believe Super Bowl windows, that one is shut, boarded up. There's a hurricane coming, and they're going to keep that window shut for a couple of years now. Give me the Rams not making the playoffs.
Oh, see, I picked Matthew Stafford to get hurt,
Yeah.
And so, you know,
I can see that.
You lose your quarterback right there. I think they could be in some trouble.
Remember that last year, the big news out of camp from the Rams was Matthew Stafford has nothing to talk to about with the new rookies because he's so much older than them.
Yep.
And it's like, he's really not, but I guess he is. In football world, he's an old man. Football world, he's an old man. All right, the Big Daddy, Super Bowl and Super Bowl champs.
My.
So, Dibs, what'd you say? Cowboys, Chiefs, and your boys are going to win that game?
Yeah, I'll do that.
What?
I'll go Cowboys Chiefs. I'll stay with it.
Dak Prescott MVP?
The hell.
Trey Lance or Cooper Rush?
It's so far out there, I feel like I'm Kurt right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
All right, let me write this down. KC boys, and Dibs is taking the boys. I got to put this in the file. This is what we do too, listeners. We said this yesterday. We take these picks, we put them in an envelope, we put them in our locked safe, and we don't crack that safe until right before the Super Bowl to let you know how smart we were. Kurt?
Yeah.
Super Bowl pick. What you got?
I'm going to go Ravens 49ers.
Ravens, Niners. Baltimore. This was a rematch of the Harbaughs, except one Harbaugh's not there anymore.
Right.
Okay, Kurt's going Ravens, 49ers. I'm going to go with the Chris Berman Bowl. Chris Berman, every year on ESPN, would make his Super Bowl prediction.
49ers versus somebody.
49ers against no one. Circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Bills, Niners.
Bills, Niners.
Is Berman still doing the Super Bowl predictions over there on the mothership? I would. Wouldn't it be something if this was the first year he doesn't do a Super Bowl prediction, and it is the 49ers against the Buffalo Bills?
I thought you were going to be saying the Raiders. That's all I can think of when I hear Berman. Is the Raiders.
I'm going with my family as well. I'm taking the Bills. Everything is going to be crazy in Buffalo
not
town.
Going to happen.
Free chicken wings for everyone for at least a week.
No way.
All right, so I'm taking the Bills. Dibbs is taking his boys. Kurt, who's winning that game, by the way? Baltimore, San Francisco. Baltimore. You're a big Lamar fan.
I am. I've turned. I was not.
Really?
I've been one.
Always love that kid. The playoff team are not making the playoffs. We all have different answers. I'll take the Rams. Dibbs has got the Browns. Kurt's got Pittsburgh. New playoff teams. I'm rolling with the Broncos. Dibbs has probably got the best pick. Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to be nice this year. Kurt is going with Cousins and Atlanta to take on the South. Wow.
You like that? You like that?
Guess so. No doubters for the NFC. Dibbs and myself are rolling with the 49ers. Kurt says he's high on his Lions and Coach Campbell. He thinks they're definitely getting back in. AFC, we all got different answers. Dibbs nails Baltimore. Kurt's got the Chiefs, and I'll take the Texans. Those are our preseason predictions. I'm going to wrap that up. I'm going to put it in the folder. I'm going to put it in the envelope, which goes into the box. Tape the box a couple times, put that into the bigger box, wrap that like a Christmas present, put that box into the safe, close the safe, turn the knob, and that safe will go into the bathtub in my office in the back. And then we won't crack that safe until the Super Bowl.
It's a good thing you're organized.
Yeah. I was just thinking bury it in the back of the
I'm not
building
organized.
like a time capsule.
Gotta keep it safe, man.
Just bury it like a time capsule.
Safe. Yeah. There you go.
Find it in 20 years.
Find it. Man, that Rob Dibble show nailed the 2024 NFL prediction.
Brilliant.
I wonder if they made any money from that. No.
No. Ben put a few bucks on it, but that was about it.
But I bet on the Colts and the Panthers again. Damn it.
All right, so yesterday we got a superstar guy on. He's had a rough life that I don't think a lot of people knew about, but was one of the greatest baseball players that ever played for 20 years. Dwight Evans roamed the outfield, 19 of them for the Boston Red Sox. He's got a new book out that I can't wait to get my hands on, Behind the Glove. And we got about 20, 25 minutes with Dwight Evans yesterday. We're going to replay that for you now, so enjoy. Dwight Evans, Dewey, Behind the Glove is the book that is coming out on the Rob Dibble Show with Ben Darnell.